No, there's no such thing.
She knows of this pill that you can get at the pharmacy.
She's talking nonsense. There's no such thing.
Nothing.
She's talking nonsense. If she's not taking prophylaxis in terms of an antiretroviral, there is nothing else that's going to stop it. All right, so she's talking nonsense. You may want to get on the phone and educate her.
How is it possible to get someone with a CD4 count of, let's say, 20, who's like still working and saying he's living a normal life, healthy and also else, but obviously based on the graph and understanding this I have with regards to CD4 counts, once your CD4 counts hit 0, this game over, but there are no...
Remember I said to you the CD4 count was what we used to use as the indicator. The real indicator is the viral load. That's going to tell you what's really going on. You could have 20 CD4s. Now when we talk about a CD4 count of 20, we're not saying in your whole body. We're talking in a specific drop of blood, there are only 20 CD4 cells when you should have about 600 to 800. Of those 20, how many are working? If they're all working, then you're actually okay. But if only half of those cells are working, now you're in a bit of trouble because you've essentially only got 10 cells that are functioning properly. So if you're going to get caught up in the CD4 number game, there's a whole bunch of other things you need to look for, not just the sheer numbers. What is the percentage of the functioning cells that are actually working? All right? But we don't go into that with our clients. It's too complicated. It's much easier to say, what is your viral load? If your viral load is above a certain level, you are highly contagious. We need to get you onto ARVs. If your viral load is undetectable, you are not contagious. The condom can come off, and guess what? You can have babies. Does that answer your question?
So will you ever be able to have a CD4 count of maybe 20 and a low viral load?
Yes, absolutely.
So it is possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Once again, don't get caught up in the CD4 counts. All right? It was an indicator that we used up until the viral loads. Viral load is a much clearer indication of progression of disease versus a CD4 count. You know, a lot of people come into HIV with severely compromised immune systems. They've only got 400 CD4 counts when they should have 800. So they're already predisposed to a weakened immune system. Their immune system is only going to get weaker over time. However, if the viral load doesn't spike, then that immune system can support them for an indefinite period. I've known people who've existed with CD4 counts of 7 and less for years and years and years. So don't get caught up in the CD4 numbers. For years, we always used to monitor our CD4s frantically. You can see it on my site.
So you say it's safer to do a viral load?
Viral load is a much clearer indication. You know, I don't care if the person's got 20 CD4 cells, if they've got an undetectable viral load, that person's pretty healthy. You know, they've still got a pulse, they've still got a chance to play the game of life tomorrow. Does it answer your question? Any more? Yes? No? Maybe? Not. Okay. You want to get hold of me? davidrosspatient@gmail. That's .empower@gmail.com. davidpatient.com is my website. You can just send me a connect through there. You can contact me there. I'm also on Facebook. I'm very lonely, so please don't need to bring it. And there's my cell phone number. I do not take calls, so leave a message. I will return the call back to you. All right? If I see a number I don't recognize, I don't take the call at all, because there's a lot of people who want to have a piece of me and a piece of my knowledge. So feel free to call. I'm happy to communicate. Please pass my email address around. All the literature I've shared with the head office is available to you guys as well. Any questions you've got, any support you need, you're not alone in this process. Remember, do not treat the positive people like they are victims. Right? That's the worst thing you can do for them. You're not serving them in that regard. You're there to empower them and to help them. And as I said to you earlier, oftentimes you are the only person they have contact with outside their medical environment. So you are it. Educate yourself. Go for the test. Understand the disease yourself. And if you've got personal experiences, share them with people. I want to know that you had an auntie and what her story was, because then it makes our relationship more real. And your role in this company is to sustain relationships with your client base. So get to know your clients, get to know their stories, share your stories, what happened in your village, to your auntie, to your uncle. Make it more real. Let's make it more personal. Okay. And if I can support you in any way, please count on it. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. I'll go back to work. We need the money.
David, thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.